Call meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon welcome to the Bryan Board of Public Affairs meeting for September 16th, 2025. John, will you please do roll call?
I will. Annette Schreiner.
Here.
Bob Eyre.
Yes.
Jim Salsbury.
Here.
Dick Long.
Present.
And Karen Ford.
Yes. Thank you. First on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the September 8th, 2025 meeting. You all have been presented with the meetings as written. Are there any adjustments or corrections to the meeting minutes?
Seeing no changes, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
Jim.
Yes.
Dick.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
And Karen.
Yes. Next on the agenda is a hearing of public concerns. Anyone in the back rows there would like to come up to the podium? Seeing none, move on. Agenda item number 5 is to approve the Clerk-Treasurer's Report. John?
As usual, the board has been given all of the permanent financial statements, bank reconciliations, budget reports, all those things for the month ended August 31st. And I'll entertain any questions you have, or by all means, call me anytime if you have any.
Does anybody have any questions for John? If not, may I have a motion to approve the August 31st, 2025 Clerk-Treasurer's Report?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Karen.
Yes.
Bob.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
And Dick.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is a resolution. John, would you please number read?
Resolution number 31, 2025, authorizing the Director of Utilities to enter into an agreement with Daupler, a response management software system.
Hey, Derek.
Good evening. As John just stated, seeking authorization tonight to enter into agreement with Daupler. And I've got just a couple slides kind of go through and explain what Daupler is. So Daupler is an RMS, or response management system. It's a custom-built platform to streamline incident responses, improve communications, and also improve routine workflow. This is also used for after-hours dispatching and SCADA monitoring. This is used by many public works, utilities, and municipalities across the U.S. Take a few minutes and talk about the capabilities of Daupler. This information is in the proposal that's in your board pack, but I'll talk about each one of them just briefly. There was a couple key drivers in looking at Daupler, and one of those being what's called Daupler Dispatch. Again, this is an after-hours, utility-specific call answering and dispatching. This includes holidays and weekends. It includes the SCADA monitoring. There would be trained agents in live answering using BMU criteria. Daupler Dispatch also automatically pushes out information to our on-call staff. Daupler Callout, it's a little bit of an extension of the dispatch. This is kind of the call escalation or the team or crew formation when on-call employees are called in. It also documents our on-call staff's arrival and departure, so it's also a little bit of a safety feature too, that superintendents, supervisors can monitor those things after hours. We know that our employees arrived on the site and then when they departed the site. The call-out feature also uses the automated roster call-outs that follows all the BMU policies and labor contracts. So we would provide them with an on-call list and also an overtime list, and that's how they determine the order in which they call employees out. Daupler Engage, this is a web-based portal, and it would allow residents to track and receive progress updates. The nice feature about this is customers can opt into that and they can receive messages through the Daupler system that come from BNU. Customers can also provide additional information or submit photos, and those photos get shared directly with our staff. So this weekend, if there's high winds and there's a tree limb that comes down in Jim's backyard, he needs to call the after hours number.
I'm underground.
Tough luck.
And let's assume you're not.
Okay.
And, a tree limb falls on the power line. You've got to call the after hours number. You report the incident. You also have the ability of the customer then to take a picture of that, and that picture will go directly to our on-call staff. So it gives our on-call staff a little bit of a heads up, if you will, before they get to a call to kind of know what they're dealing with. Can also improve efficiencies. If, let's say it's a main repair, it's a large repair, they see a picture of it, they know they can't handle it by themselves, they're already calling an additional crew members for help. So it's a neat little feature that our customers can share information with us. Some additional capabilities, Daupler analytics. This is heat mapping. That's the image you see there to the right. You see the green and red kind of clusters. So there's all kinds of filters that you can apply to that. And let's say it's the limb or the tree on the power line. Maybe over a period of time, they have a certain area in the city that's had a lot of those calls. It kind of gives us the cue that maybe we look at need to do some tree trimming, or maybe it's water main repairs and several blocks. But it's a visual representation of issues in the service area. Another big driver in this is Daupler Notify, and this is a real-time communication tool. It gives us the ability to send targeted messages to customers for any specific location or incident. These could be planned or unplanned outages. For example, if Thursday this week the water department is going to replace the valve on East Wilson Street, and we know we have to shut down 2 blocks. And in those 2 blocks, those customers will be out without water. We can send them these notifications ahead of time. Or during any other outage or storm, if we have a circuit go down, we have 100 customers out, we can send targeted messages to those customers, giving them information and updates of our progress. Daupler events, a little bit of an extension of Notify, again, sending updates to impacted residents. And then the third driver in all of this is what's called incident response, or what we would use as a digital work order platform. We've had conversations for a long time of getting away from the paper work order process and going more digital. This would allow us to do that. The volume of work orders that we receive, it doesn't justify us purchasing a standalone work order system. And then also to keep everything centralized, we would want to integrate that into Daupler, and the cost of doing that, it's just not feasible. So the incident response we'd be able to utilize for digital work orders. And again, all of these things are aimed at improving customer service. So what are the benefits to the public and the staff? For the public, it's an improved customer experience. I think Daupler really supports modern expectations of public service. Residents expect digital communication and real-time updates, especially the younger generation. And this is also proactive communication that makes our residents and customers feel heard and valued. It also has the potential to reduce unnecessary follow-up calls or truck rolls. From an operational perspective, can streamline communication between the office and the field operations, can eliminate redundant phone calls or redundant, I have to stop at the office or have to go to the shop to get this piece of paper. Everybody will have mobile access, so it will allow our crews to have real-time incident information with them. Standardized incident handling, again, that would be the digital work order platform. Allow our staff to follow a consistent workflow, help ensure that no work orders or incidents get left behind. And then automatic documentation and reporting. It saves time, improves efficiency, and the documents are centralized, they're searchable, and they're all safe. So we don't have to go digging through boxes if we need to reference something a year or 2 years ago. Talk about the annual cost. And I know the proposal is in your packet, and there may be a little bit of confusion, so I can explain it. So this would be an annual fixed cost of $30,000. That includes the after-hours dispatching service, SCADA monitoring, plus the full response management, customer notifications, and incident tracking. How it's broken down in the proposal, I'll explain that here in just a second. We do have a current provider. That current provider is really limited to basic after-hours dispatching services, SCADA monitoring. We're spending about $27,000 a year on that service, and that does not have any RMS capabilities. And just kind of backtracking, in 2023, our expense was about $21,000. 2024, it was about $24,000, and 25, now we see about $27,000. So really for an additional $3,000 of annual operating expense, we can gain a comprehensive tool that improves our service quality, our public engagement, and our staff efficiency. And really too, if you look at the $27,000 and you think going into next year, I'm sure there's going to be an increase too. So it may even be less than $3,000. It's going to be really close to the $30,000 download cost. So again, the recommendation tonight is to authorize the director to sign an agreement with Daupler. If you were to approve project timelines, it's about a 90-day implementation period. Month one would be kickoff meetings, data collection, documentation, really just building the system to meet our needs. Month two would be continued development. Month three would be training and go live. I also have it noted that dispatching service would begin January 1, with full RMS capability in July 2026. A couple reasons for that. January 1, a lot of our staff have year-end tasks they're working on, and New Year tasks that they're working on, so it's a pretty busy time. Also, we're working with John and his office, just rolling out VIP, so we're all getting acclimated to that software and that process for purchase orders. And also, yesterday we started rolling out Kronos, which is the payroll management and time clock software. So we've got multiple new solutions that we're all trying to learn. So we did feel like January 1 would be a good time to implement all of the RMS features. So when you look at the proposal, I believe from January 1 to July of 2026, I think the cost is $7,500. That's for the dispatching services. And then beginning July through the rest of the term is for the full RMS and dispatching. Hopefully that clears that up a little bit. I do want to add this is supported by DMU staff. We've been meeting with Daupler for at least the last 6 months. We went through virtual calls, demos, a lot of Q&A, just making sure it's the right fit for us. Our department heads have been involved in that, also our office staff has as well. We received positive feedback from them. Also reached out to some other AMP communities that are utilizing that, and positive feedback from them. The terms and conditions, those have been approved and reviewed by the city attorney. This would be for a 3-year term, and then annual renewal after the initial 3-year term. We do want to mention, there is an annual uplift of up to 5%. We've typically seen that in about 3. Happy to take any questions or comments?
Well, Derek, I have a question.
Yeah.
When I worked at a gas company, you know, the work order process, calls in and things of that nature, typically were handled through our customer service to gas control, after hours, and some of that. Obviously, this seems to be a perfect fit for a utility of this size. The question I have, do you have bilingual responses to people when they call in?
That's a good question. I'll follow up with you, but I would assume the answer is yes.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
that's something that is very important. And I'm guessing this is going to be a central location where all these responses are centralized, maybe in Omaha, Nebraska,
I believe they're in Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. But, yeah, so we have a bilingual population. Would they be able to respond?
I'll follow up, and I would assume the answer is yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds to me like you're getting more for your bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Compared to CRC.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I mean, it's nearly the same extent, and I just touched briefly on all the tools, the capabilities, the different uses that we have for it.
It sounded like you did your proper vetting.
Yeah, so,
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I have to,
Yes.
oops. Go ahead, John.
I'm sorry, if you're all done, I just had one question.
I just want to make a comment, but go ahead.
With the 1/1 projected for dispatch, is that when the current service would be discontinued?
yes, so we do have to provide 90-day termination notice, so October 1st, I'd have to provide that. If dispatching goes live January 1, customers really won't know the difference. You're still going to call the same number, you're just going to be routed to a different vendor.
Thanks.
I have to say, I really like this visual representation of the service area that this can provide. I like that feature a lot.
And that's done by satellite, correct?
The heat mapping is going to be produced based on your calls. You start to have a lot of calls in
All
one
right.
area, it's going to start to map those calls.
Okay, so it's not, there's no satellite system attached to this.
Yeah, actually, they'll use part of our GIS system to build the maps.
Okay, that's nice too. I noticed that the company has won quite a few awards since 2022 from 2 different entities, so they're,
Yeah, we've been impressed so far. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So I have-
Any more questions for Derek? If not, may I have a motion to approve Resolution 31?
So moved.
Second.
Dick,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
and Karen.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thanks, Derek.
Next on the agenda is resolution designating for sunshine laws. John, please number and read.
Resolution number 32, 2025, designating the Bryan Clerk-Treasurer, Director of Utilities, and/or City Attorney as designees to attend Sunshine Law Certification Training for Records Management Policies. So as you all are aware, and I had a similar conversation with council the other night, each of you are required to sit through Ohio's Sunshine Law training once per term, so once every 4 years. And some years ago, there was a resolution passed that authorized, at the time, Lori Rohde or Rhonda Fisher to take that training as your designee. And because that resolution actually named them by name, this resolution names the positions. So this would be in effect for as long as we want to keep doing this. Certainly, I would encourage everyone to take the training themselves, but in the event that you don't all have the time or get it done within the deadline that we have, I certainly will take the training, and that would cover the 5 of you and the 5 council people, and in fact, the mayor. So all the elected officials would be covered by virtue of my taking it, which I will do. A number of people, their time frame is expiring on 12/31. If you want to know, I can get you that information, but I'm going to take it between now and then, and everybody will be covered. It's a thing that comes up occasionally in the state audit and that kind of thing, so we want to be compliant, and this will guarantee that we have a backup in place to assure that compliance.
I do have a question. When was the last time the sunshine laws were updated or reviewed, or anything new come from them since last time we might have attended? I know I did it online, and before that there was a CD that we signed out, or DVD that we watched, CD that we watched.
Training can all be done online now, so
Yeah.
you can do it on your computer. Has anything of substance changed? I would guess probably not. Have things been tweaked by the legislature or by the General Assembly over the years? They make tweaks all the time. I couldn't cite what those changes are, but the general law is pretty solid and has been in place for a while. I would imagine anything they've done has been around the edges, if anything.
And this would be just about the same thing, it just doesn't name names like Rhonda's gone, it's positions.
Exactly. So I could do it, Derek could do it, Mark Fischel could do it, or whoever the city attorney is.
Okay.
But, I mean, I'm declaring that I will do it, so.
And I'm sure you'll correct.
We'll be covered.
I'm sure you'll correct us.
You can bet on that.
With enthusiasm.
Sounds good.
Any more questions about the sunshine laws? May I have a motion to approve Resolution 32, please?
So moved.
I'll second.
Jim,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Dick,
Yes.
and Karen.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is to affect the semi-monthly disbursements or to pay the bills. Anybody have any questions on the bill folder? If not, may I have a motion to pay the bills?
So moved. Second.
I'm sorry, who made the motion?
Second, Bob.
Dick,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
and Karen.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is comments and staff. For a little bit, I'm going to go first this time. We are looking at a scheduling conflict for our next meeting on October 7th. And I was like to make a motion to move our meeting from October 7th to September 30th. Does anybody have any other scheduling conflicts with that?
Could you also do that at 4:30?
Oh, yeah, and also need to move the time to 4:30 instead of our normal 5.
Is that, when did you say that?
September 30th
30th.
at 4:30?
That should be all right.
Bob, are you good?
I'm fine.
What do you think, Aaron?
I'm fine with that.
Dick?
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve to move the meeting from October 7th, 2025 to September 30th, 2025 at 4:30?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Karen,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm going to pass to you.
I have nothing for tonight, thank you.
John?
I have nothing else.
Anybody in the audience? Paper?
No, we're good.
Nobody? Karen?
Can I ask a follow-up question about the Daupler? When it comes to, say there is an outage or something happens, you say it's an automatic notification going out. Is that initiated by us, or is that system reaction?
It'll be initiated by us.
Okay. And we will monitor that, well, like a crew member or somebody like that will be taking care of it. Okay, thank you.
Dick?
No, good.
Jim?
In place of a comment, I'd like to make a proposal. At our last meeting, we addressed a request from the Parks and Recreation Department to approve our regular yearly donation for park trees. And due to a reluctance on some of our parts, I'll say, it was decided to table and hopefully bring it up at this meeting for approval, and hopefully have a representative from the Parks Department would be here to present it. I found out just a few days ago that the request was withdrawn. That troubled me a little bit. So I went and talked to the person who I assumed would be the person to come and present it to us, and he informed me, amongst other reasons, is that because of family commitments, it's difficult for him to be here on Tuesday. And I don't know, we may have caused some hard feelings in the process, I don't know. Anyway, what I thought we could do, and since we don't have a request anymore, and help me here, John, I'm not quite sure, I want to make sure I present this right. Present it as an offer for them to approve. I mentioned that to him, and he said if that would come to him that way, he would accept it. But I'm just not quite sure how to present it to.
Sure. I mean, if you wanted to, in the absence of a request, you or any member could still make a motion to offer that donation to the City Parks Department.
Okay.
And you can just take it up that way as a motion
Okay.
to do so, and with a second and a vote.
Okay, in that case, I'd like to make a motion.
And Jim, may I, not to interrupt?
No, go ahead.
I've since the last board meeting, I've changed my stance on that. Because I did not know that comes from the electric department, and that's already a budgeted item.
Yes, it is.
So I support Jim's request.
Mike, I would really like to hear from Ben, just his plan for what he wants to do with the money that we're proposing to give to him. It's $4,000, and to me, I just like to hear his thoughts. You know, how is it going to be, what's he going to do with it? So I would ask that if we have the opportunity to invite him back at his convenience, obviously.
Well, I understand the reason that it's difficult for him is his daughter's sports. I mean, he told me, like tonight, for instance,
Oh, yeah.
he's in Van Wert watching. I don't know if his daughter's playing soccer or just what it is. So, I mean, personally, only speaking for myself here, I'm comfortable with it. We've done it. We've done it for years.
Yep.
We've done it
I
for
would
years.
just like to hear from him. That's all. I'm not saying yes or no,
Yeah.
I'd just like to hear from him.
Okay.
Just explain his plans and how each year this comes up, how he makes it work. I know it's not us only, but there are other parties that are involved here, so I'd just like to hear him tell us exactly how he's going to spend our money.
Okay. So what I'm getting is I need to make a motion then.
I think I just
May I
did.
please? Oh, did he?
I'm sorry.
Did he officially? Okay.
Jim made the motion, correct?
Yes.
I just want to add that I did also reach out to
Yeah.
him, and I did speak with him, and I told him I was not against
Yeah.
the thought process, and
Yes.
yes, that maybe he could come to one of our board meetings. He might be able to come on the 30th to
He
address
might,
it as well.
he
Yeah,
might.
just talk to us.
Yeah,
We
he
can
had-
invite him and
He
yeah.
can still, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And I
explain
do-
to us how
I
it
do
works.
agree
Yeah.
that I think there were some hard
Yes.
feelings too, and it
There
was
was.
not intentional, and
But it had to change the heart.
it was a
I think it's-
budgeted item,
yeah.
and
I think it's the right thing to do.
I'd just like to hear his side.
Sure.
You know,
yeah. he
Explain
has
to us
no
how it
problem.
works, how the
Yeah.
process works.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a motion.
Right.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Dick?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
And Karen?
Yes.
Good deal.
On behalf of the mayor, I'll say thank you, and Ben, but we will, I think what we should do is, Derek, or, however it works out, invite Ben to come to another meeting and talk about the program and how that works for your benefit, but I know that he'll appreciate the
Absolutely.
donation.
Sure.
When I spoke to him, he did speak highly of working with the electric department and how well they work together too. So just add that note.
Bob already went. I have nothing more to add. So with that, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Dick?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Bob? Yes. And Karen?
Yes.